Is it not week 1, is it? Week 1? They've already...
Well, yes, it is.
They had week 1?
It's week 1 because the last episode was like the special intro episode where if you were looking it up for like a torrent site, it would be like season 2, episode 0.
Well, we don't do that. I can't believe you have. I cannot believe.
But this is season 2, episode 1 of...
Cue the titles! The winner of Novympia's Arsehole race will receive a cash prize of £2.17, some dire shit from our house, and a signed Novympia t-shirt, as well as the title of Novympia's next Grandmaster Arsehole. May the best dickhead win! Guys, so we've officially had our first round of pictures through. I'm not going to say that I'm severely disappointed because they're all garbage, but, you know, it can only go up.
So the challenge for the first week was to create a look inspired by a pop diva icon. Created using food items. Food
items, you know, shit from your fridge, any old frozen garb, and you got to make a pop diva moment out of it.
So it's a bit of an unconventional challenge. Let's have a look at the first one.
I love these unconventional ones here at the race.
So first of all, we have Banner Nikki. Is that her name?
Sure.
Who has done a share look. Her captions
don't read
so insane.
But we never said you've got to give an explanation, so no. Fuck that.
So she's doing this kind of pastel Native American look.
Very fruit salad.
I think is a tour costume from the looks of it. And I just think it's so good. What are these, like little gummy sweets on...
yeah, they look like Legos, but they're sweets.
Skewers, little pieces of carrot, is it?
Where's the carrot? Oh, is that
the
carrot?
Orange.
Could be.
I don't know. And then there's like a ham skirt with cucumber on it.
I think I appreciate the amount, the variety of food items here, because you've got sweet and savoury.
I think the colours are such a close match. I think there's a lot of attention to detail here. It's quite complex. I think the face is terrifying, but I feel like I'm going to love this.
But that's very The Reverend. The Reverend does that. You know, which we've come to expect as a trademark here at the race.
The Reverend?
Isn't right, Reverend Banana... Reverend.
Oh, I didn't realise it was a Reverend.
See, I said last time the name was so sort of convoluted, I'm just going to refer to her as the Reverend. Him?
What, the Rev? Yeah,
the Rev.
Okay, so she's calling herself the Rev, him, the Rev, whatever.
I love it. It's so weird. It's just strange to look at. The composition is weird.
I really, really like it. I think it's cool. I like how the backdrop, there's just dolls' heads.
I think that's something that's
kind of creepy.
That the guys have really got to pay attention to, is that there's a backdrop you've got to consider. Composition is as important.
I also enjoy this photo from like a slightly different angle because it's just so abstract.
Behind the scenes moment. Well, I like this. I think it's a great one as a first one for season 2. I'm very happy about it, the Rev. Well done,
thank you. Like that a lot.
Love share.
Next up we have G's sis doing Lady Gaga's meat dress, which is one of my favourite Lady Gaga looks. I'm sure a lot of gays would say that.
I've got a problem with this, and I'll explain as for why. This, and there's another contestant who's done a very similar thing.
There's the video. What's the video?
You don't want to watch the video. It's dog shit.
Some fun. This meat is sick. I want to take a ride on your meat stick.
That's it. That's the video.
Let's have some.
The problem I have...
mayonnaise?
It's a mayo necklace, which... is she kissing my ass? I don't know. The problem I have is that this Jess has made an outfit out of meat that in real life is an outfit out of meat. So it's a food look that already is a food look. You're not there's not much creativity. You've not made something which is a traditional fabric out of food. So that's why I have a bit of a problem with this. It seems like a cheat.
I don't so much mind that, but it is literally just she's taken some raw bacon and like a single piece of dried spaghetti and stuck it together.
Mind you, one single piece, not even two, just to pad it out. Was the meat dress made of pork?
No idea. No.
Don't use that as an argument. That looks like beef.
But like, I would have liked to have seen the blue and the silver hair. I would have liked to have seen some red lips.
Hang on a second. Go back. What is that? Has she used a photo? What does that say in the corner? No. The first one. There's a logo and there's a watermark.
Photo Lab me.
Okay, so have you really just gone online and used any old photo editing thing and then put a watermark on it? That is unacceptable. Jess, I'm sorry, but that is dog shit. You are dog shit.
Wow, Olympia's really coming for you.
It's not terrible. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but the Photo Lab watermark, you deserve death, honestly. You really do. And I'm just not loving it.
It's not my favourite. I think it's a bit meh. But
get it out of my face. Let's move on, Nova.
Olympia's just really angry.
Get it out of my face. Makes a change for me.
So next we have Deoda. What was the name? Deoda Spritz.
Oh, I love this one.
This is great. This is Mariah Carey Christmas look, fur coat, sequined gown. This is so cool. I love the noodles for her hair. I like the marshmallows because it actually
I like the marshmallows.
fits the shape of the fur coat
nice.
where it's got the cuts there. I like how you've taken, is it potato chips, and put it on top of the dress to kind of mimic the cutout patterns.
Bit of detail.
I just think this is so cute. I also really love this little video clip here of the cat eating the ham dress.
So, okay. Well, first of all, I hate Mariah, but that should not be taken into account. I would have liked the ham dress to reach the floor. You can see the can, the design on the can.
I quite like that you can still
off.
see the can because it just like reminds you that this
Don't
is
argue.
actually Deoda
No,
Spritz.
don't argue.
I will argue. I quite like that. It just pulls. It gives you enough realism and then pulls you back. And it's like, actually, no, you're not looking at Mariah Carey. You are looking at a deodorant can.
I think whereas with the Rev, there was some creative liberty with the design. This looks quite like it. It's very close to it. The hair's obviously spot on. Can we talk about the cat? Is that a famous cat?
What do you mean? Is it a famous cat?
That looks like Hanayo to me. Is that Hanayo the cat?
It says in the caption, Deoda's look is Hanayo approved, even though Hannah doesn't know how to eat ham.
So this is the same person that entered Hanayo the cat last year?
It seems so.
Oh my god! A first official person that we know. That looks a bit different to Hanayo.
Yeah, I don't remember what Hanayo looked
Anyway,
like.
I like this. I think it's very nicely done. But again, a variety of ingredients.
I like all the close-ups of the details. Just strong, very strong. Like that a lot.
Let's move on, Nova.
Next, we have Pony Soprano giving us the fucking swan dress that Björk wore on that red carpet. What event was that? I don't know.
It was the Oscars.
Was it the Oscars?
Which obviously, if you're going to wear a swan dress to an event, it would be the Oscars.
So, what is this? Is it candy floss?
I believe it's candy floss,
yes.
which I do have something of an issue with. There's a couple of other candy floss moments entered for this first thing.
I love how, I don't know what she's done for the hair. Is it licorice? But it looks so much like Björk's hair. And
the shoes are cute. Look at the fucking shoes. What are the shoes?
Yeah, I think this is really, really cute.
The shoes are the host in church. You know, we spoke about that the other day. The host is what you receive in church.
Oh, God.
Looks
I think
like
they're
that.
just milk buttons, aren't they?
Well,
Chocolate
don't
buttons.
ruin everything. I just don't like the candy floss. To me, has been done on Drag Race a bunch of times. It's a sort of obvious thing, I think, to create eleganza. I don't think there's too much thinking outside of the box, but I do appreciate that it's Björk.
I think it's a very strong likeness.
She's
to
not an
the
obvious
original.
pop diva. Hang on, well, how has the swan's head been done? You can't really see that. I feel like the photography needs to be upped a bit.
Yeah, because there's details here I feel like we're missing.
And she's being photographed on some sort of lid. The composition's a bit shite. But, you know, I don't hate it. It's certainly not going to win, but there's some things about it I like.
Yeah, I agree. Right, so next we have Beau de Toilette, who is doing a Katy Perry California Girls
Candy
outfit.
floss. This, I think, is probably the most offensive for me because it's incorporating the candy floss element, which is so obvious. And secondly, you are making a sweet dress out of sweets. So it is the food on food thing again.
The problem I have with this is it looks nothing like the original.
And it looks nothing like the orig.
So the picture you've given us for reference, she's got a heart in her hair. You've put a strawberry in her hair that doesn't even look like a heart. And she's got, I can see you've put the ice cream cone and the swirl there for the boobs, but the actual skirt, she's got like multicolored pastel, and you've just put white and blue. She doesn't even have white in the skirt.
I think it's badly done, Nova. I think it's badly done. I think you've overworked the candy floss and it's gone a bit flat.
It could have been good if you had those little edible silver balls that you put on Christmas cake, put on Christmas cake, put on Christmas cake.
I've made excellent time. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Or maybe
Christmas
some edible
cake.
glitter, just to make it look a bit more busy, because her skirt, her dress has so much going on, and I feel like yours looks very, very simplistic. And she's wearing like a pastel purple wig. Why?
Where's the purple?
Well, yeah, where's the wig?
Just borrow this one off Nova that was on the floor for months and she's just put a brush through it now.
I have done just that.
Just that?
Yeah, not a big fan of this, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid, Bo, it's danger. It's the danger point for you. Danger! Stranger danger! You know all about that, Nova.
Okay, so next up is a very controversial entry. This is Duck.
This is Duck.
And
fuck Duck. This really divided us.
She is giving us Anne Boleyn realness. I immediately was like...
She's out.
Did Anne Boleyn do music?
Did Anne Boleyn do music?
Did she release a single? I don't remember that happening.
Who sang Can't Get You Off My Head?
You've written here, and yes, before you ask, she is a pop diva icon. You can catch her slaying the West End with her hit single Don't Lose Your Head in 2019. I think that's a lie, Duck, and I don't believe it. But...
Yeah, because she's dead.
I really like the attention to detail in the hair and there's a little bit of collar detail here. I think that's very clever, the way you've used icing. And these are the silver balls I was talking about.
Christmas cake that you love.
No. But this is really like from tits up. Where's the rest of her? I don't see the rest of it.
Interesting, Nova. Interesting point.
I think that, I know you've literally used a portrait as reference, but where's the rest of her
How do we know what Anne Boleyn looked like from the waist down?
And I also do think it's a little bit cheeky to go for Anne Boleyn. Some people might like that it's so left field and it's so out of the box and you've taken it and you've twisted it to your own interpretation. I don't like that. This was my idea, this challenge, and I wanted pop stars, and this isn't a pop star.
Well, the funny thing is, we said pop divas, but the word pop is popular diva. And in her day, she would have been very popular. You know, we never said singers. We never said the word singer.
If we're gonna say pop, as in like pop culture, I don't think Anne Boleyn comes under pop culture.
She would have been at the time.
No, I think that's before.
Living it up.
Before pop culture was
like it's $15.99.
I don't think.
Well, listen, I thought that thinking outside of the box, considering we've got two contestants coming up who both did Britney Spears and both did exactly the same fucking look, I think that the level of creativity here is one of the highest because she thought outside the box. It's different. Does she look like Judge Judy? Yes. However, I really like that you've done the bee necklace. It's just different, you know. I like that it's really different, and it's been done very well. So I personally would have given this a high score. We'll get to that.
I would have done, but I just feel like this was a bit of a risk, and I'm not sure it paid off for me.
Are you in the danger area, Duck, or are you high? God, it's just any way with you. Who knows?
Right. So the next one we have is this cutie. This is Linda. And she is doing her interpretation of Madonna in a Ghost Town video. Now, I am scrolling through a fuckload of pictures that are basically the same here. So maybe next time, Linda, just like one or two, because these pictures all look exactly the same.
Do you know what we should say? Going forward, if you submit more than one photo, we're going to knock that against you.
No. I like multiple angles because, I mean, this I can see you wouldn't have seen her cabbage cape without multiple angles.
No, but the thing is, if we're allowing multiple angles, it means they can get away with a worse composition. We want one photo where you can see everything. Otherwise, to me, that's cheating.
Right, but we've never established that before. So
no, but we should do now.
But let's say that going forward.
So, one photo going forward, because that's just cheeky. I will say, however, it's interesting to note that Linda Lampsey, the creator, I believe, word of mouth, is the youngest contestant in the race. And is showing a level of, it's very clean, it's very sophisticated.
This licorice dress, I think, took a lot of work.
It's a work of art. It's a work of art.
Very, very well done.
Yes.
I like the noodles for the hair. I know we've seen it before, but it works. This licorice top hat is
great.
So cool.
I like its out of licorice as well.
And I really like the cape. That cape is great.
Oh, the cape's made of what? Cabbage?
Looks like cabbage or lettuce or something.
It does smell like cabbage in here.
And I like that you've taken it outside during the night time to kind of mimic the music video. I think this is really good.
So I think the main drawbacks for me are that there's 100 photos, but generally speaking, it is very clean. It's very nicely done, and the composition is a bit different. It's
very
outside
well
in the dark.
executed.
I'll make a point at the end. Do you remind me of my point at the end?
Okay.
All right, let's move forward to...
Okay, so this is Penny the period pad, and in the caption it says, see original post to a reference image. This is hard work already. Like,
Don't make us do work, please. No, I'm not.
So this is Shakira on the cover of Oral Fixation.
I don't like that you've had to give us the reference. It should have been immediately obvious, I find. I guess you are doing a very specific look. Again, pasta for the hair, guys. You got to think. Remember that? What's that game? You know, is it...
I've just noticed that you have put a little tampon instead of the baby, and I now love this.
Okay, well, that is obviously very cute. Very cute, very clever. But you guys have got to think, you know that game Scattergrees where you don't get a point if someone else has the same answer as you? You got to think, is anyone else going to do this? If so...
But this is different. Everyone else has done noodles. This is macaroni.
It's still pasta. Think of something else, please.
But this has every single element from the original cover. Everything. The composition is exactly the same. I think this is quite impressive.
I don't care for the composition, honestly. It's just...
What do you mean the composition? It's exactly the same as the
It's just a piece of green card or something. I do like it though. I think I'd never even noticed there was a baby in that album cover before, but there is. And she's not got any arms, so how she's holding that apple, I don't know.
Magic.
Yeah, I don't love it. It's not the worst. I don't really have much to say about this one. I feel like it's just a bit sort of
Wow, Olympia is really hard to please this season.
Yeah, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna at you.
Right, so the next two both chose exactly the same look and pop diva. So we're gonna have to compare the two. First of all, we have Forquette Spaghetti, and this is Britney's VMA outfit when she did Slave with the snake.
And don't think that getting Britney's going to get you more points because Nova's on the judging panel.
So we have a very nice mock-up where you have... Oh, right.
It's embarrassing.
Very nice mock-up of the original performance shot where you've taken the colours from the background, and I love how you've done the crowd, you've silhouetted cutlery. I think that's really, really cute.
The attention to detail is nuts in this one.
Yeah. Here is a shot of it without all of the background stuff. It's candy, cute that it's a gummy worm. I don't know how I feel about the fact that you've cut out her face and her arms. Is that really clever? Is that really creative? Or is it kind of cheating a bit? I don't know.
Also, is that part of Forquette? Well, I suppose technically the fork is still there.
But like, instead of recreating her arms or her eye makeup, you've just taken her arms and her eye makeup. So I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like is this giant fucking microphone. Like...
I didn't know what that was.
That's terrifying.
No, that makes sense. I quite like that because it's so weird. I think the composition for this one is so good that you don't necessarily care about what it's made out of because it just looks so great. I think Forquette is really one to watch. Although, yes, bad choice, Britney Spears. Too obvious, don't do it.
So let's compare Forquette's Britney to Bagina's Britney.
Bagina.
Same look.
Is that pasta again for hair?
It is noodles. Yeah, noodles
you guys,
for hair.
Noodles for hair is unacceptable
What
now.
did Forquette use for hair? Oh, sweets.
At least that's a bit different. Yeah, a bit different.
Or is it spaghetti? It's hard to see.
I don't know, it looks like chips. No, it's sweets. I think it's covered in sugar.
Looks like it's covered in sugar, yeah. Right, so this is all sweets. I feel like everybody really went hard on the candy element to try and add colour and shape.
Easy to manipulate sweets, aren't they?
Yeah, so the snake is just a bunch of gummy worms joined together and then just sweet stuck on a bag.
It's hard to say for this one because Bagina's got such a creepy fucking face. And it's easier to manipulate the fork because it's so thin. Whatever you add on top, you're going to create shape. Whereas she's a big square.
I was really missing from this because you've got the body to support these details, whereas Forquette doesn't. I wanted belly piercing and those hideous tattoos on her collarbone because that is such a part of this look. The glittery tattoos and the piercings. And you've got space there to do them and you haven't done them. So I feel like that's a missed opportunity.
Also, compare it to the other one where it looks like Forquette is giving a performance at Wembley to thousands, whereas Bagina is just on the floor or something. And you both use like a snake sweet as the snake, which is clearly just shit.
I do think out of the Britneys, I'm afraid, I think Forquette
has done it. Listen, You're not going to be in the bottom, I think that's evident, but I think we need to step it up from you, Bagina. Where's the composition? Where's the creativity?
Right, so we need to deliberate. You've given us a lot of food for thought.
Oh, I hate you. I just hate you so much.
And we'll be right back with our top two.
We have deliberated with the judges, but the decision is
the
decision is ours to make. Deoda Spritz, the Rev. This week, you gave us some soup. Oh, looks.
Oh my god, that was...
Soup is a kind of food.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And you left us hungry for more. The Rev. You are the winner of this week's challenge. Congratulations, The Rev, and also well done to Deoda. Very nicely done. No more Mariah Carey, please, going forward.
So, are we awarding immunity to The Rev for next week? I think.
Bet your fucking ass, you clammy asshole we are. You bet it. You bet that shit.
But that doesn't mean that you can just rest on your laurels. You still have to bring it to me next week.
I've got a feeling The Rev won't do that because she is a banana of she is banana of class.
I think so as well. So, we have a few shitters.
It's time for the shitters. Jess, Beau de Toilette, would you please step forward? This week, you were trying to give us Belgian chocolate mousse, but instead, plate of diarrhea.
I thought you were going to say Belgian chocolate poo.
No, don't say poo. We can't say that anymore. God, that's so over with. That's so like a few months ago, Poo Queen. Jess, who even was she? Your Lady Gaga was...
On the edge of gory.
No, someone's already said that. Your Lady Gaga was poker shit. And, who's the other person? I forget everyone. Beau de Toilette. Your Katy Perry... was a teenage nightmare. Beau de Toilette. Fuck off! We've lost our first contestant. Well, thank you so much, Beau de Toilette, for joining in the race.
It was fun to see you. I think you were a very unique contestant, but ultimately, you just didn't bring it this week.
It's a shame. Someone's got to go first. Venus Delight, thank you so much. We are now going to, Jess, you better fucking step it up because you were so close.
Yeah.
And we're now going to give you your second challenge for week 2.
Yes. So, for week 2, now this can either be a single image or a very short video clip. I want you to recreate a meme or a vine.
A famous meme, a famous vine. It can be a video or a photo.
Yes.
What I was going to say, my point was, I'd like all the contestants to go back to season 1 and watch the Fire and Ice episode when we find out who the top 3 are. Because those photos that those 3 entered were incredible. They had to enter 2.
Yeah, but that was like the finale, wasn't it?
I know, but that's what we're expecting. If we get to the final and these kids aren't entering this kind of... Those photos were great. So go back and watch that and get some notes, please.
So a meme or a vine. Don't get too creative with the memes, trying to make them personalised. I want to be able to recognise the meme straight away. If it is something that can be adapted to a different situation, for sure, take the piss out of us, take the piss out of your fellow contestants, but I want to see straight away what meme you're doing. If it's a vine, I don't want it to be 30 minutes long. I want just like a single one vine.
Well, vines were short, weren't they? So it wouldn't make sense if it was too long. Okay, the deadline for your challenge, well done Nova, arsehole. The deadline for your challenge is appearing on your screen currently. Well done, contestants, for surviving to week 2, apart from Beau de Toilette, who's going straight in the toilet where it belongs.
Tune in next time for another edition of Novympia's Arsehole Race, and be sure to check out the rest of the crap on our channel if you like to see our faces doing more shit.
Then yes, find our social media below, become a patron, etc. Alright, cheers then guys.
Bye!
Welcome to our newest patron, John Marsden. Become a patron at patreon.com/Novympia. You know who did that? Our spotlight patron, Callie Cock. Well, if you replace the initials, it's quite funny. It's Callie Cock. Oh shit.